Now watch this. Big girl on a mission.
Hey Mission family, welcome back to Mission Life. People think my weight was the hardest thing about my journey, but it wasn't. The hardest part about the journey was how I felt about myself. Yeah, how I felt about myself. That was the hardest part. I've shared before that I was once over 500 pounds, but today isn't about a number on the scale. It's about how I felt in that season of my life. Because I know there are women out there watching this who may feel the same way I once did. I was embarrassed. I felt like a complete failure. There were days I felt completely defeated. I felt unloved, like no one would ever want me or could see me past the weight. The thing about it was, I've been on diets and weight loss programs since I was young, and I mean young. Think about that. As a child, I was already fighting a battle that will follow me for years. No child should have to grow up believing that they are a problem that needs to be fixed. I kept trying because I wanted my life to change. But every time I started over, it felt like nothing worked. Either I couldn't stick with it long, or the progress was so small that I already had convinced myself it would never happen. After a while, you stop fighting the scale and you start fighting the lies that you believe about yourself. I felt like I was missing out on life. There were places I wanted to go, but I couldn't because I couldn't fit into the chairs. I couldn't fit into the booths. I couldn't walk too far. Shopping for clothes, let's be honest, plus size clothes back then were a hot damn mess, and some still are today. Why everything gotta have flowers and stripes? I don't get that. What hurt me the most wasn't just the physical pain. It was allowing shame to stop me from pursuing my dreams and goals. I felt overlooked. Sometimes I wasn't invited. Sometimes people talked about me instead of talking to me. One of my biggest regrets was not being able to do everything I wanted to do with my son when he was younger. He had to do things with other people because I just wasn't physically able to do things. I can't get those years back, but what I can do is make sure the years that I have left, man, are filled with purpose, joy, and memories. There was something else that kept me stuck. For years, I wanted to encourage women who look like me. I wanted to share my story. Because I love watching stories of hope. Seeing people who looked like me, who was shaped like me, and they had succeeded. So it gave me hope. But when it came to sharing my own story, I was scared. I was worried about what people would think about me. What people I knew would say. But then I just realized people always are going to have something to say, no matter what. Whether you are big or small, you have edges, or your edges is gone like the wind. Yeah, like the wind. Someone will always have an opinion. And that's okay, because I do be having my opinions about people too. But I'm not living for their opinions. I'm living for the purpose that God placed on my life. And that's why you're watching Mission Life today. I wish people understood what it's really like living in a 500-pound body. Every movement hurts. People be staring at you. And they be judging you. But they don't know your story. They don't see your battles. What people don't realize is being picked on for so long, it changes you. Yeah, it changes you. Seems like I was always crying, mad, or sad because people were messing with me, talking about me. So at a young age, I learned how to defend myself. I developed a slick mouth. And let me tell you something. This thing got slicker, okay? And I mean slick. See, all people seen was my attitude, but they didn't see my hurt. I wasn't trying to push people away. I was just trying to protect my heart. No matter what I weighed, I was still a human being. I still deserve love. I still deserve respect. If you are watching this and you feel stuck, I want you to hear me. There is light at the end of the tunnel. If God still has you here, your story isn't over. The hardest part is making up your mind to say, enough is enough. There are days when my inner fat girl starts talking to me. And that's the voice that's in my head that wants me to quit. That wants me to go back to the habits that kept me stuck. But I don't let her make the decisions for me anymore. I still have days when I look in the mirror and all I see is my loose skin, this neck, and I wish things were different. Then I stop. I look at old pictures and realize just how far God has brought me. Man, He has brought me so far, so far. I'm not where I used to be, and I'm not where I'm gonna stay. I'm not chasing perfection anymore. I'm chasing freedom. Freedom to move. Freedom to live. Freedom to stop hiding. Freedom from fear. Freedom from the woman who believed she couldn't do it. One day, I'm gonna meet the woman that I'm fighting so hard to become. So, if you're struggling today, please don't stop. Don't give up on yourself. You are worth fighting for. Remember, this isn't just about losing weight. It's about transforming your life. Stay on your mission, and I'll catch you in the next episode. And like my little nephew said, bye.